It's Jennifer Hornbuckle, your Arbonne Independent Consultant, and I just wanted to send you off with a nice video. You might be wondering, how does this girl get all this information? So I wanted to show you where I get all my information from in case you would like to go and research yourself or read more on some of the subjects that we've talked about. So I'm going to go over some of the books where I've gotten some of my information in case you want to download them on Audible or get them on Amazon. I'm sure you can find them used and get a great deal on Amazon. So the main book that I get a ton of my information from is How Not to Die. Dr. Michael Greger is pretty much right now one of the most read research medical doctors in the world. He's read over something like 250,000 peer-reviewed medical journal articles, and he basically goes through the main things that kill people in America. Number one is heart disease, number two is cancer, and number three, I'll let you read the book and find out. It's very interesting. And he goes through how not to die of cancer, what causes it and how not to die of it. How not to die of heart disease, what causes it, and how not to die of it. So a lot of my articles that I post and foods that I post are because they're healing, even based on research articles that he has come up with. But this book is, you know, it's like one of my Bibles for nutritional healing. Okay, so the next book is Effortless Healing by Dr. Joseph Mercola. This is another amazing, amazing, amazing book that I would recommend everyone get. He talks for everything from clean water to sunshine, vitamin D, uric acid, body mass index, to foods and nutritional healing foods and how to do it, recipes, everything, okay? This is absolutely must. Then you've got The Great American Health Hoax. Basically, Raymond Francis is, you know, he's kind of radical, cutting edge, but this book is amazing. And he's basically saying if you want to heal your body, you've got to deliver the groceries to each cell. In other words, deliver all the nutrients to every cell and how to do that. And you've got to dump the garbage, right? You've got to detox the cells and how to do that. Just like you would in your own house. You have to bring in the groceries and you also have to throw out the trash. Otherwise, you develop a very large problem. And you do that in your body too. And so our 7-day cleanse, our detox tea, our probiotics are part of what's helping you, you know, dump the trash, so to speak, out of your body. And he goes into that in great depth. And then you've got, well, if you have thyroid issue, a lot of thyroid's caused by gluten, and we were asking you in the program to get rid of gluten because it does, in time, it will pretty much take out your thyroid. And you can read about that. And also, Dr. Isabella Wentz, Hashimoto's, that's a great book. I've posted that. Eat Fat, Get Thin. It's so important that we have good cold pressed fats, and I've talked a lot about that, about how if you have good cold pressed fats, you're not getting insulin spikes, you're feeding the brain, you're healing arteries. It's the good, like DHA is the best fat, which all cell membranes are made of, and it goes through how you've got to eat cold pressed fats, and of course not processed simple carbs. That the combination of those two can be a bad combo. So good cold pressed fats, tons of organic berries, green apples, and non-starchy vegetables. And your starchy veggies, your root veggies, limit those. And then wheat belly. So this book goes into all the reasons why you don't want to eat gluten. It doesn't matter if you're not sensitive. It doesn't matter if you don't have celiac. Gluten will destroy your intestines over time, and he goes into all the health dilemmas that arise because of gluten. This is Dr. William Davis, and you can YouTube him, you can read all about it, but he goes on all the ravages that take place because of gluten in the United States. And then you've got grain brain and how grains affect your brain. You know, obviously a potato chip is a processed grain. It's, well, not even, I would say a corn chip, okay? It's like a processed grain that's going to have inflammatory effects, etc., like we've talked about. Other grains like quinoa are a different story. What you eat totally affects your brain. If you have any type of neurological issue or you want to prevent a neurological issue, or like my son, he had a neurological issue that we had to heal him with, which is how I got on this whole journey, you definitely want to read Grain Brain, okay? And that's Dr. Perlmutter. I'm sure you've heard of Dr. Perlmutter. He's very famous. And then you've got the China study. This is sort of like another Bible. It goes over why no dairy, what the effects of dairy and meat products are. It does longitudinal studies. They took people in China, remote parts of China, measured them longitudinally over 20, 30, 40 years. The doctors out of Cornell University went over, Dr. Colin Campbell, you've probably heard of him, out of Cornell. They researched all these studies. Amazing, amazing book. It'll tell you why no dairy, gluten, all that. Okay, Engine 2 diet. This is just a fire engine house that went to a plant-based diet. And the reason I'm showing you this is Rip Esselstyn is the son and the father. They are really famous plant-based diet advocates, and his father, Dr. Esselstyn, is a really famous doctor advocating for plant-based diets. And they went on, the whole fire engine went on the diet, and they give you food recipes, why they did it, what the outcome was for the engine, the station, all the firemen. Fabulous book. And then the last one that I'll go over is Longevity Now. He talks about how to balance your hormones, how to get rid of decalcification, or how to get rid of calcification, how to decalcify. And he also talks about superfoods, how you can use superfoods, what foods to avoid, what foods to include, why raw plant foods are so beneficial, and detoxification, and also some basically what not to, like microwave, hydrogenated, trans fats, all of the why nots, and then what plant foods and superfoods to. And this is like another index that I go to a lot to get some information. So that are just some of my books that I wanted to talk to you about, help you research more if you want, read more if you want, grow, learn, become the healthiest you can possibly be. Thank you so much for going on this journey with us. We're so grateful for you. I love you. I can't wait to meet you in person. Bye.